All right, the former state of Andhra Pradesh has been formally split. The northern half now forms the new state of Telangana, while the residual southern belt will retain the name Andhra Pradesh. K. Shekar Rao of the Telangana Rashtra Samiti party has been sworn in as the first chief minister of Telangana. Telugu Desam Party chief N. Chandrababu Naidu is expected to take oath as the chief minister of the residual Andhra Pradesh state on 8th of June. Now, with the birth of Telangana, can we expect a rebirth in the realty fortunes of this region? To discuss the realty impact of this big political development, I am joined by C. Shekar Reddy, Managing Director, CSR Estates Limited and President of CREDAI-National. Also joining me is Dr. Samantak Das in Mumbai. He is the Chief Economist and Director of Research, Knight Frank India. And as always, Sameer Jasuja, Founder and MD of Prop Equity, joins us on the show. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. Mr. Reddy, let me begin with you. The Hyderabad market has largely remained stagnant for quite some time. Now, with this big symbolic development, where do you see the market headed? Which is the first reaction that we're going to see on ground in the property markets?
Basically, right now, if you see, we will compare Hyderabad market rates with Chennai, our neighbor state. We are almost 60% of the Chennai rates in the corresponding locations. So, this is because earlier a lot of apprehensions were there among the investors, whether this Telangana will go for next 20 years or 10 years. We were not certain about that. Right. Now, the roadmap is clear now. The state government is going to take a lot of initiatives now, and now the Hyderabad is going to be the destination at the global level because of the pricing. So, 60% straight away. You know, that means almost 40 to 50% we are cheaper now, right, when compared to Bangalore and Chennai. So, definitely most of the entrepreneurs will look at Hyderabad, and in coming 12 months, most probably the prices are go up by at least by 50%.
Dr. Das, I'd like to ask you, back in August last year when the centre gave a in-principle approval for the state of Telangana to be created, in that past 1 year, we didn't see a major correction in prices, a major recovery in prices. Is there some kind of a sentiment issue which has been dragging the market, which you feel could maybe continue even now? Where do you see the markets headed now?
See, I mean, Andhra Pradesh, undivided Andhra Pradesh, of course, we analyzed Hyderabad. Now, with the new focus of Telangana, the new state with Andhra Pradesh as a common capital for both Telangana and the residual Andhra Pradesh, we see a lot of tractions in the recent past in Hyderabad. See, always we have to understand that the tractions need not really immediately, I would say, translate into price appreciation. But trust me, if you analyze the demand supply situation in the last year 2013, I think there was a great synchronization between supply and demand in Andhra Pradesh when demand came down by around 4 to 5% in 2013 year on year. The supply also came down nearly 15%. So there was a major correction in the supply in the launches. So as a result, if you see that the prices really did not go that down or negative trend. Of late, what we see after this, some clarity before this actual bifurcation of the state, we could see that the negative trend in prices, are being arrested. That means we can't see right now a huge jump in the price, but according to us, there will be the negativity in the price trends will be arrested. However, I would just like to point one thing, that any sort of price trends, either it's a decline or an upward trend, will have a lag depending on the new, the leader coming in the forefront, taking oath, so on and so forth, and how the overall development strategy that he's making. It's not only Hyderabad, but related to Hyderabad, the entire state of Telangana. So these are the various aspects that we have to really wait and watch. Hyderabad was always ready to take a real, I would say, a good upward trend. we had most of the infrastructure facilities either under construction or planned or completed. We have good human resource. Social infrastructure is great, but only because of this uncertainty, it was, holding back the growth. I feel that there is a huge upside in Hyderabad, but it may take, a couple of quarters to really see the price going upward.
Okay, so Dr. Das says the negative decline is going to get arrested and a few quarters for actual recovery to be seen. As a local realtor, tell us on ground what's happening in the markets. Like we know that a lot of the majority of the jobs get created in Hyderabad, 80 to 90%. A lot of people move from the residual Andhra area, the Simandhra belt, to work in Hyderabad. Do you feel these buyers are now going to rethink their buying decision and wait for the new Chief Minister of residual Andhra to declare a new capital and maybe reinvest there? Do you feel new real estate hotspots will get created between these two states?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. When the new state is coming, and the new capital is going to come and the government of India is going to support that, definitely a lot of employment will be created, the construction activity will go on, the ancillary units, maybe the building material industry will also flourish, labor also, the market will also do well. And not only that, there are a lot of institutions, government of India institutions or national institutions are coming there, and then they have package there. Simandhra got a good package, and the huge coastline that will also attract a lot of investment. They got a national, as a government of India sanctioned an irrigation project. The total amount is going to be spent by the government of India. So a lot of this activity will be there, and for the time being, maybe next one and a half year, there will be a lot of speculation. The end user may not go now. Suppose if somebody want to buy a flat, he may not go there, because unless the infrastructure is there, unless the employment is created, then only the developer will go and construct the apartments. So this is the one, definitely it is there. Similarly, since we have the growth of the Hyderabad is arrested for the last several years, and the price actually from 2000 end onwards, it has become a seller's market, and price has gone up by about 25 to 30%. It's not that price has not gone up. Price has gone up, and it's not come down after that, after 2012. And the numbers are, at least we are selling more. Before, if you see 2010 and 11, now people are selling good number of stocks. And in the coming months, and now next few weeks or few months, a lot of positive vibrations will go from the state to across the globe. Right. And we in fact had a discussion also with the Chief Minister before the election also. We also communicated that how to attract the investment here in the state. Right. Fundamentally now everybody is bothered about the permissions, approval system, how much time it takes, what about my investment, when I can start my project, when I can complete, when I am going to get the returns. So what we suggested is a time-bound program. Suppose, for example, 30 days. If the government promises 30 days, they should give 30 days all the permissions. If they are not giving, the penalty should be on the government side. Right. And they should not only bringing the policy, they should show to the global investors that if you go to Telangana state, the Chief Minister will give the permissions within the 30 days. So that gives a lot of positive.
So quick approvals. Quite
the second one,
common demand.
The second one, what is our demand is right now. Suppose we are ourselves doing the external infrastructure at our cost, but we have to take the permission from the respective agencies. It takes time to give the permission. Right. The second demand is the government, state government, Telangana state government should promise that external infrastructure will be given by the government. Right. If they can do two things, I think entrepreneurs will be in queue. I can say
will be in queue.
Will be in queue, and I am confident this Chief Minister, because basically he has one vision to achieve Telangana. So he had a strategy for that. In 2004, he had alliance with the Congress and the Communist. 2009, he had alliance with the BJP and Telugu Desam. So he achieved his target. Okay. So he has proven there is a track record for if he has some target, he will achieve. Okay. And the people also voted for him. So definitely, we hope all entrepreneurs from Telangana. We hope, because we interacted also. Definitely, he's got very good knowledge on each and every sector.
Okay, let me get closing comments from Dr. Das. How do you read into the agenda of both the chief ministers, the one who is sworn in today and also Chandrababu Naidu, who is going to be sworn in a week or so? Chandrababu Naidu is talking about developing new IT hubs. KCR has his own development agenda. How do you read into those?
So it's a very interesting situation, because if you look at the leadership in Chandrababu Naidu, definitely the major driver, economic driver of the entire Andhra Pradesh, including Telangana, is basically IT-ITS, and it is under his leadership that IT-ITS has got that type of robust growth, and it marked some created some history. But one thing is very important, that in Hyderabad, if you see, of course, the panelist has joined us, he would be in a better position to say that. But definitely, I would feel that most of the developers in Hyderabad is basically from, I guess, from non-Telangana side. I mean, from Andhra Pradesh. So there will definitely be a natural interest of these developers, to show some sort of, I would say, inclination towards even, the residual Andhra Pradesh, and there also they will find their old leader in Chandrababu Naidu. The new leadership, of course, he has done a lot to do this bifurcation for contribution in the bifurcation of this Andhra Pradesh. That's also one part, but then the new state has to show some sort of a holistic development in not only Hyderabad but also in the other parts of Telangana. So my point is, there will be definitely some sort of a competition between these two states, and it will depend on the developers, whether to go to the Telangana state or the residual Andhra Pradesh state, and whether to focus on Hyderabad. But of course, Hyderabad will be the twin capital for both these states, at least for 10 years. So in my opinion, the upside is definitely in Hyderabad. With a lag, we can see some sort of positive rub-off effect to different major cities identified by the new leadership in Telangana, as well as the Chandrababu Naidu's new type of development approach, because that's also very important. It's not that once he has will prove for years to come as well. He has to also show that development strategy. So the final take is Hyderabad. The prices in Hyderabad, the negative trend in Hyderabad has already been arrested, and of course, we will not see an astronomical price growth in times to come, because there is a limiting factor, the affordability of the IT-ITS sector as well. Because we have to remember that IT-ITS sector will not really grow at 20, 25, 30%, but will grow at 12 to 14%, because that will be the driver, for the demand of for housing in Hyderabad.
Okay. Sameer, closing comments from you. A lot of the investors who had been waiting in the wings, are they going to now make their move? And any particular zones that you're bullish on? We know all the zones closer to the IT hubs are doing well. Locations that you're bullish on?
Well, first of all, yes, absolutely. What the panelists say is absolutely correct. Hyderabad is a good 40 to 50% cheaper than other cities, neighboring cities. So there is a huge upside potential. There is that the gap will start closing very shortly. We've always recommended micro markets close to the IT hubs, Kachibauli, Kukatpalli, and all these other areas around are the growth drivers. They're the growth drivers over there, which are going to take these markets to new highs. If you look at the pricing, if you were to compare that to other southern states as well, I think an equivalent price is about 7,500 rupees a square foot, compared to a Gachibowli, which is about 4,000 rupees a square foot. So, and that's where Hyderabad was actually heading. It's just because of this Telangana crisis that we had to take a step back, and I think there is going to be a lot of investor interest, especially from the international community, which is the NRI sitting out over there waiting and watching for the situation to get cleared up, because they seem to be driving real estate up in the south. So that's one big positive. The other big positive is that the national government now is very stable and is going to take the right steps in every state, specifically so in Telangana, because it's a new state, so focus will be, I think, slightly more. And I think the only way is up, is what I think.
All right. So
Venkaya ji recently has come to, after taking the ministry, has come to Hyderabad. He has said Hyderabad has all the qualification to be declared as one of the smart city, because under the BJP manifesto or this present NDA government, they wanted to promote 100 cities, smart cities. And in fact, today we had an official meeting with Venkaiah ji about how to achieve the housing for all. Pakka houses for every family by 2022. Right. This is in view of the India completing 75th of the Independence Day, Independence year. So we suggested a lot of solutions how to achieve that, because we need the land basically. Land is available within the core city from a lot of government, state government, government of India, public sector institutions, R&D centers, and cantonment, railways. Some old industrial estates are within the city. Huge land is available,
so which is unlock that land potential.
Yeah, which is surrounded by highest infrastructure.
Yes.
So if part of that land can be given for the rental housing or ownership housing or PPP model, I think this, whatever they are targeting, about 30 millions by 2022 can be achievable. But at the same time, to encourage the private sector, they want, government of India want to encourage the private sector. See, like any entrepreneur, if he is investing his profits in a windmill, so it's exempted. Similarly, for the EWS LIG projects, if any corporate sector, need not be developer also, anybody can invest that money, it's exempted, from the profit. If they invest in the EWS LIG, I think definitely this will flourish. And second thing, some taxation also. We have requested reduction of the taxes, particularly service tax, and overall rationalization. Now today,
so we need to see whether the ministry delivers on all of these demands. But coming back to Hyderabad, Samir says the only way is up, and Hyderabad has a huge upside compared to all the other metros. It's comparable in terms of its world-class infrastructure and job creation. And now all the investors who've been waiting to invest are now going to make their move, and property prices can be expected to improve in times to come. All right, my panel of speakers, thank you so much for joining me today. Dr. Das and Mr. Reddy, thank you so much.